the term G.I. Joe, but have you heard of the term P.I. Joe, which is the title for this episode, episode 9, You, the hit series on Netflix. So P.I. Joe. So at this point, he's just trying to piece together like what had happened to him while on his trip. You know, oh yeah, if you don't understand what's going on, I'm doing this little series where I'm highlighting my favorite series moments. After finding his girl Delilah dead in the Hannibal Lecter cage, Will is trying to find out how he killed, or who killed Delilah, because like he thinks it's Will, okay, the other Will, the real Will. But then Will is, because Will is the only person who knows about the Hannibal Lecter cage. But then Will is in Manila with his girlfriend, happily living. You already know what it is, long distance relationships after they reconnect. What can I say? Geographically, I don't know where Manila is, but I think it's far from where Will was, the Will Joe and Delilah were. So I don't think it's possible for him to do it and run. Wasn't it? It was a but. So then Joe goes to Calvin, who works at the Nirvana Backwards place, and starts to tell him to spill the tea, or the green iced and black tea, about what had happened while he was on his trip. Calvin tells him some vague stuff, but then Love's mom calls Will and starts to vaguely tell him, like, oh, you don't have to tell anyone, and we've got your back for anything that you need. You don't have to tell anyone what happened. And so at this point, it's a bribe. And Will is like, what are they talking about? Like, do they know? You know? So then 40 comes in and they start to talk about it. They're like, oh, do you know what happened? Blah, blah, blah. So then 40 starts to talk about what had happened. And 40's like, we dropped you off at the Walk of Fame. Okay? And then Will's like, oh, Jesus. So like, I did it. Wow. Then meanwhile, Ellie is going crazy. She's panicking, but of course she's 15, so she has to keep it cool and act like she doesn't really care that, you know. No, but she was panicking. Point blank period. That her sister is missing. Who wouldn't? So then Amy comes out of the blues again and manages to lock Will Joe into the cage with dead Delilah, and Joe goes crazy because he's like, oh, blah blah blah. Then Joe does have a spare key. He always keeps a spare key because he said if you set a trap you have to have a way to get out. You have to have a way for you to know how to get out that other people don't, so in case you're trapped in your own trap. I hope you understand. So then he took the key and he was like, this is the end, and he threw it out of the cage. I'm like, nigga, I would not do that. I would open that cage and be out. Period. So whilst in the cage, he's having these dark times, remembering his childhood, how he killed his dad. And I was like, whoa, nigga, you killed your dad. Okay. He killed his dad. And Amy kind of just tells Will, like, I told you I was going to show you who you really are yourself, and you're going to be disgusted. And he was disgusted by himself. And so Amy calls Love. She's like, yo, come check out your boyfriend. Your man's is wilding. So Love comes to the Walk of Fame, and she is shook. She is shook. And she's shook to tears, and she cries, blah. But then in an unexpected turn of events, I did not know that Love would be the one to wear the cap. And so she wears the cap. He slits her throat and kills her. At that point in the cage, our nigga Will is meditating and looking at life in a different perspective. And then he realizes, or maybe I realized, that the only reason he kills people and that he loves is he thinks he's protecting them, because he killed for his mom. He thought he was protecting her, so messed up. Protect your kids, guys. Then our dear Love kills Candace and then goes back to, you know, our nigga Will. And Will expecting Candace to come, you know, after Love. He's like, where's Candace? And then Love is like, I took care of it. I'm just like, wow, she's a murderer. Oh God. So that's been episode 9. This is almost the end of our series, guys. Flip. I'm so emotional. Like and subscribe for episode 10. Bye.